Never mind, it is a single file train now. Everyone is running that high lane.
That was really lucky enough that Bubble defended that. Well, now Marcus is going to go to the inside. He runs him off the track. Bubble has to slow down. Discharge around the inside. They're going to be side by side for the lead. Big Bubble, the Wonder Boy. He's over.
To the line, side by side. It's going to be Little Man has a wreck in the back.
On the track, Little Man sent it back into his business. Little Man spins.
And welcome everybody to a special Sunday night under the lights. Usually it's Thursday night thunder, but with the sudden cancellation of the classic IndyCar series, we are here in Kansas Speedway for round number 5 of Thursday Night Thunder Camping World Trucks. I'm your host Marcus, and I will here be joined with Blake, our streamer, Sin, and Mace. Mace, we'll start with you actually. How do you feel?
I feel pretty good. I feel like the racing today will be decently exciting, and I'm very excited for what's going to happen today.
Yeah, Kansas, obviously, very iconic track. Very fun track to drive. Very fun track to watch as well. Going to definitely be seeing a lot of battles, a lot of overtaking, a lot of strategy being used here tonight at play. So yeah, it's going to be very interesting to watch. I know last week it's going to be very hard to beat that because last week was really good, but anything's possible here, and Kansas is that place to do it. So looking forward to it.
For sure, as we will go to our starting grid. Your starting grid, I'm going to go run through it real quickly. Starting in first is Corey Wilson in row number 1, and on the outside of him is Violet in the number 61. In row 2, it's Printed in the 52, System in the 40, or System in the 88. In row number 3, it's Chino in the 21, Adrian in the 42, Billy starts off your 4th row in the 71, Grez in 38. In row number 5, it's the 31 of Prime and Blue Emo, the number 75. In row number 6 is 83 of Chesko and Flicks in the 40. And rounding out your rows is the 3 of Dan, 3 of Dan and Bubble in last in the number 33. And apologies, Adrian is TTB now. As we'll quickly go through your race info. The track is Kansas Speedway, location Kansas City, Kansas. It is 107 laps, 160.5 miles. The 5th race of the season, 14 cars on the field, and the tire life estimated around 50 to 46. That's just an estimation as we get ready to come off turn 4. We kind of rushed through that. We apologize. We'll get ready to see the green flag drop. And we're green, boogity, boogity, boogity. Let's go racing under the lights.
Corey already off to a good start, taking the lead on the inside there. Got pole, and he is known to be very good at extending leads, so let's see if he does that here. Rose and Printed right behind.
61 didn't have a great start. The 52 is already on the inside. Here comes the 88, 3 wide. The 61 comes back down, door slamming.
That could have gone bad as Corey Wilson will lead lap number 1, and it is very packed in the back. Adrian looking to make his move, trying to look around to see where to go, but mostly it's going to be single file. They're trying to at least get everything safe. You don't want to get wrecked out early.
Yeah, I agree. It's definitely not what you want to do, because I know you do have backup cars, but you really want to not wreck out early, because then it's just going to be one less car that you have to drive with, and you never know how races are going to be. They can be very chaotic, so it's definitely something that you have to be wary of as a driver.
You expect the field to be so bunched up, especially at a track here like Kansas, but they are wrestling for these positions as Corey is battling for the lead with the 52, making the making the pass. They're side by side down the back straight.
Saw Corey Wilson get that run. That's printed. He's battling side by side with, but never mind. Let's keep on this. And they're going to stay side by side. Corey might edge him out, but let's go in the middle of the pack. That's Adrian, the number 42 Freeway Chevrolet. He started in last due to getting a TTB, and he's already made his way up to 5th. He's going to try to make another position. That's 4th for Adrian.
Adrian off to a great start, lap 4, and he already went from last to 4th right now, and it looks like he's probably going to be able to take 4th here as it's 3 wide right behind him. Still going to be 2 wide between Blue Emo and Billy, but he should be able to get it here off of turn 3. He has a draft. Could he do it? He's still side by side. It's definitely not an easy pass, but he is definitely making gains right now in the early stages of this race.
2 by 2 by 2. All the way in the back. Corey is pulling away with this lead. Amazing.
It's single file though, and that's what we might see again. If you've watched the rest of the truck season, they usually race a little bit cleaner at the start of the race until lucky numbers. Corey Wilson
Down pit road.
What?
Might have issues.
Either issues or he's having to go AFK, but unfortunate for him. But the race stays on. Everyone's single file while Adrian is kind of out of that mix. But here's Bubble in the 33 starting to move up.
Yeah, Bubble did the same thing last week, and he seems to do it every week where he starts in the back using his provisional, and he's really able to make his way to the front. So we're definitely going to be seeing him in the mix soon here at Kansas Speedway. But right now, Prince is taking the lead after Corey had to come into the pits. A very odd circumstance there, but he should be okay. It is still very early in the race.
Zay with absolutely no help dropping a few spots, but he looks like he's getting a run back on the inside. They might go 4 wide down the back straight. The 40 drops back. They're back to 3.
Here comes Bubble though. Bubble starting to move up a little bit too as Chino and Printed pull away. This pack is just battling and battling and battling.
And it's only going to get crazier because, as you guys know, we are getting that draft update. Kind of like what we saw at Atlanta, where I know we were just talking about it, where as Zay moves up the track a little bit, as, you know, still a pretty good amount of battles with not that much draft. And we're seeing it now, but once the draft gets kicked up, it's going to get even crazier than this.
Just said Zay into the wall a little bit, dropping back once again. Now he's battling with Bubble. As you see, a 38 looking for something. The draft still hasn't kicked up, so they're all a little bit spread out, but the battling is still, you know, up there. But as soon as the draft gets kicked up, I feel like everybody will be bunched up and passing, and we might get a few cautions.
Let's hope not though, as it's usually relatively clean, but this might be the cleanest start we've had apart from Robert. That's Violet in the number 61. Kind of caused some issues a couple laps ago, went into Danbo, which could have completely ruined him and ruined that last pace pack that was Bubble, Danbo, and obviously Violet during the end. As here we go, Bubble, and it's oh my gosh, and there's a wreck in the back. That's Danbo. As I was talking to him, Mace, you seem to know what happened.
It looks like he got pushed into the corner, pushed awfully, I'd say, and the push on the quarter panel, and he got turned into the outside wall and went from there. Did not end well. Hard hit.
And I think that was from Violet. So literally the two people I was talking about, which is very, 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 very unfortunate. But first caution of the day, lap 11.
First caution and first reset too. We were just talking about this and how it's really not ideal to be wrecking so early and have one more car left because it's only going to get crazier from here. And we are still so early into this race. So luckily he's still in the race, but he still has a lot of saving to do if he wants to keep his car intact so he can try to compete for this race win at the later stages of this race.
It looks like, the caution is out now, and I think, correct me if I'm wrong, that the draft will be bumped up. So let's see how this restart will be now that they're all in one little bubble.
It will slowly increase till full draft on lap number 77. 66 laps, maybe 66. I could be wrong about that. My math. Wait, hold on. I don't want to get flamed. That's not the right math. And pits are open. That's another thing you don't see. So that is strange, as we actually got a thing we have to show you in a couple of minutes. Once Blake has notified me, we will review that. I want to know what this, why we're pitting, because you will never pit in KRE unless in F1, and that's pretty much it. So under yellow, it's always no pits, but wonder what it is.
And usually, from what I've seen, from the races I've been in here, it's usually when something is wrong with, the cars or something. So that's probably what they're doing. So I also think it might be because of Corey, because he came into the pits and he got fresh tires. So it might be because of that. But yep, coming in this time into pit road will be potentially the entire field.
And as they go into pit road to get some new fresh tires, we are going to go take a look at the injury report for race number 4 Atlanta. That was last week. And so let's read this off. Robloxian. Ooh, in the last lap, he had flipped all the way in the catch fence and completely totaled his car. That was during the finish. He saw the light and is missing a right arm. So definitely unfortunate for Robloxian. And a rider who is suspended from stuff that had happened in Bubbles Cup. He's been disoriented, but small little steps. And as you know from Bubbles Cup, he's kind of nationwide. I think I don't think he raced Bubbles Cup, but he's kind of made his way up. He's good now. And then there's Ewan a huge hit with a concussion. Prime with back problems, which I believe he's racing today. Yes, he is. That is number 31 Wolfpack Chevrolet. He's still in the field, so luckily he's been able to overcome those back problems. Then there's Rares. He is also in the field with a huge hit in texting while driving, so that's not a thing you want to see happen. And everyone a little banged up from Atlanta, and I don't blame them. Cambook took a week off because of it, and it looks like that is your injury report. And there's a drive-through penalty. Yeah, that is Adrian. I need it to pop again. Hold on. I did not get the best look of it. We're gonna see when it pops up on my replay thing. Danbo, Adrian, Corey, and Prince at drive-through penalties. Unfortunate for them, but that will be it.
This league is lethal. Why are there so many people injured? Are these trucks just not safe?
We don't know.
Right.
Let's
just go back to the racing. Okay, let's just focus on the green this time. And Bubble is in the lead right now. Some of these drivers didn't go in. Most of the field went in surprisingly. Nothing that I expected from that. I didn't expect everybody to go down so quick, but I mean, you take your chances when you can. So,
definitely. The top 4 did not pit. Everyone in the back did. But let's see on the restart what will happen and what they can do. Sin?
Yes, here we go. Coming up to the restart zone for the first restart of the race. We're going to be green, green, green yet again here under the lights in Kansas. And Bubble already off to a pretty good start. He's going to have that momentum on the inside. Less track to be ran, so he might be able to get a push not only from the 38 behind, but the inside will definitely help him take the lead here. Bubble in command already off of the restart here at Kansas.
Awful restart for the outside. Absolutely just fell apart, and the inside line is absolutely gone as they all bunch up. The 38 will go to the middle. Here comes the 71 to the inside. Will not clear, but they're still side by side as Bubba's pulling away with his lead.
Bubble is definitely taking advantage of this battling right now. But someone that isn't battling is the 38. He is right behind Bubble, and he's pretty close to make a move. So will we be seeing a move coming into turn 3, exit of turn 4, coming into turn 1? Not too sure when, but I believe it is soon. The 38 is hunting for first place.
Also, I had found out while everyone else serves their drive-through, there is a new rule now, as they did release a rule book recently from all the rules and regulation changes that are in NASCAR and IndyCar, but you are able to pit under caution now. So we'll see how that shakes up things and what that will do to this field, and just how it will go. Again, it's very new, so I don't know for what, I don't know why, but apparently you're able to.
It's definitely a breath of relief for most of these drivers, just because, you know, they were very limited on when they could pit, and there were times where, you know, people would really pay off from you know, cautions coming out, where they'd be on fresh tires, and there would be people that were out, they're on very worn tires, and there was nothing they could do, and they'd have to go lap down. So that definitely helps some of the drivers, and also gives us a little bit more of a range on strategies.
All drive-through penalties have been served, and this 38 has been hawking down Bubble since this lap has started. He is almost to the bumper. Coming down the front straight, he is still on his tail. I wonder if he'll be able to pass him.
Looking for the move, as looking in the back, there's this 3-car battle, but never mind. Krez side by side now with Bubble, and he's gonna take the lead on the backstretch. Oh, never mind. Side down the back straight. Drive all the way to the bottom. He's clear.
Very nice defense from Bubble. One way to get the lead back is the 38 was doing it very well. He was taking his time, trying to figure out the line, trying to figure out where Bubble's weak, trying to take advantage of it. But Bubble, he was able to respond to that very nicely, and he's going to take the lead back. But the 38 is still right behind him before on Bubble to take the race lead.
Now, these are people who did not pit. Grez and Bubble are part of the 4 people, or the 4 drivers that did not come into pit road that caution. So we'll see how this affects them in the next couple of laps as Grez starting to pull a lead. There's different lanes you can run. I want to go into this. Is usually with these types of super speedway type packages, the full throttle and stuff like that, you've been able to... Grez goes into the walls! Apologies!
Whoa.
That was really weird. Going back to what I was saying, though, it looks like he got tight. I don't know. But you weren't really able to run any other like part of the track. It was just that inside lane that you were able to hug, and everyone would try to follow, bump you out of the way. But at this track, you can use most of the track. Like, this races like a speedway, but has super speedway setups. Like it races like a cookie cutter, but has the speed and the way you drive it as a speedway.
Yeah, we just saw it there with Bubble. I know the 38 did hit a wall. It looked like he tried to go up and block the 33 of Bubble, but it just didn't work out. Now he's being contested for second here. But yeah, we just saw Bubble. He was very comfortable around the outside, and he was going to get a huge run regardless and try to get a move on the 38. He had a lot of momentum. He was about to make that happen on the exit at 2 if 38 did not hit the wall there.
38 tried a slide job. It didn't work, and his tires might be a little worn. I don't know how these, trucks work. I don't know if the tires wear if you slam the wall, but
yes, 4%.
Yeah. Yep, he slammed the wall, and now he's farther back. Battling with this 21, he is trying his hardest to defend. I don't know if this 21 went down pit road, but his tires, yeah, he's not backing down at all.
The 21 trying to build momentum off of turn 4. Coming into turn 2, he's going to run the outside again. The inside, it's less track distance because you can see it right here. The 38 is really able to benefit off of that inside, really able to get ahead. But the 21 is trying to get that run, and right here, he's using it to his advantage. He has the run, he has a draft. Is he going to make a move? He's going to stay behind and give the 38 a push into turn 3. Very interesting.
And let's go off what you just said, Mace, a little bit earlier. The 21 is on fresh tires. It was Bubble, the number 33, Grez, the 38, Billy, the number 71, and there was one more.
There's Rose, Violet, the 61.
No. Again, apologies. Yeah, I'm trying to look at this. It might have been Violet. Yeah, no, you might be right, and I could be definitely wrong. And everything's like messed up here. And I'm wrong again. Sorry. They are on fresh tires. It was... What? You know what? Never mind. Forget what I said.
You know, the 21 is on fresh tires, and we can kind of tell on how much battling really hurts your race. Because right now, there's a lot of drivers back there that were battling, and now they're single file, and they're starting to kind of catch up. Although Prime in the back is battling with the 88, and that's kind of not really helping them go anywhere. But yeah, I mean, you saw it with the 21. Once he got, that clean air and he wasn't really battling anymore, he was able to catch right up to the 38, who was right on the tail of Bubble a couple laps ago. So very important to try to get past these guys and not battle too much.
Through all that battling, the 38 and the 21 have dropped significantly far. Now Bubble has like a 2-second cushion. He is absolutely cruising with that clean air up front.
What he does best. I mean, when Ford wasn't suspended. Oh, and speaking of that, I actually did not get much into that. I know I mentioned it earlier, but we did not get into it. So, from apparently, in the Bubbles Cup race yesterday, there was a guy named F1 Kai, or Kai F1, and he was one of these really good drivers that just randomly popped up, and apparently one of the drivers had told and said that Ford and Discharge were two of those drivers racing that alt account, and that is against the rules, and Ford and Discharge are suspended from every single series for 8 weeks, and some other side penalties. That is Honey with a 1-week suspension, Cut subtracted points in Bubbles Cup, Ryder subtracted points in Nationwide, and a 3-week suspension, and that gave Corey the win yesterday. But that's crazy because Ford, one of the best drivers, is out of the league, and I mean, he definitely would have won more championships and stretched his lead in all the series he raced in. But unfortunately, you do stupid things, you get caught, and stupid things happen to you.
And I will say it was very head scratching just to read the news of what Marcus just said yesterday. I mean, if you think about it, there's really no need for Ford to do that. I mean, he already has, a seat. He's not banned from the league. He has the speed to, compete, and they do that. So it's something to really question on what they were thinking when they were doing that. But unfortunately, it is what it is, and they're suspended for 8 weeks. And yeah, if you want to join this league, just make sure that you don't do that so you can keep racing.
Of course.
On that note, the 38 has braked away from the 21. It's he's got a little far from him, and he's catching Bubble as we speak.
Very, very slowly inching closer to him. Bubble sitting comfortably. Almost hit the wall there.
Yeah, I will say something. The gap was originally around 2 seconds. I believe it was 2 seconds 4/10 between Bubble and the 38 of Grez, and it really got subtracted down. But we might see it here. It's 1.3 seconds. It's still there, but yeah, because he caught up very fast, but now it's kind of stagnant. So Bubble found something out, tried to run the 38's line, and now I think the gap is trying to stall out, and the 38's still trying to figure out something to get up to Bubble.
No shit.
No, you're good. You're good.
I was gonna say, it looks like either Bubble actually, did what Sin did or said, and is running the 38's run or line, and is keeping him in check. But he's found some more pace, it looks like. But I feel like his tires are wearing from him trying to push and catch the leader.
And I want to say I figured it out. Bubble, Flix, Grez, and as you said, Violet all stayed out during that pit thing. So Grez is catching him with the same amount of tires, but Chino, who had pit, is like he's not doing too good.
Very interesting strategies here. I'm guessing tire wear isn't that big of an advantage here, just because it's full throttle. It's pretty easy to run this track. So yeah, I think with clean air and just not battling, I think the main thing here, if you want to win this race, is you have to navigate through traffic. That seems to be the go-to for this race. You have to navigate through traffic as the caution's out, as that's going to bring the field together, as looking
Corey Wilson on the straightaway.
Oh my lord.
What
Not too sure what happened there. Corey Wilson, I guess, hit the wall there and spun. Maybe he got tagged by someone, lagged into the wall, not too sure. But regardless of what happened, that will be his first car gone, and now he's going to be in his last car in lap 35
I believe they have two.
Of 107. Oh, they have two. So he has two more, which is good. But it's one less car here tonight. Lap 35 of 107. Still in the race, but just one less car to work with. So you can't push too much because you do not, as we've been talking about, you do not want to crash out all the cars at the same time, just because you need to have some cars to be able to push.
Oh, Corey is protesting now that it was a track bump, and it looks like they're gonna take a look at if that is true.
I was going to say, I saw him by himself like 2 laps ago. I was confused on how he even wrecked.
It's very interesting. Corey does not make that many mistakes or really gets involved in too much accidents if he can help it at these races. So it was very interesting to see that he crashed there, but if it's a track bump, that completely makes sense now. But we will get an official word from what happened to Corey in just a few moments here.
All right, I wasn't fully paying attention. So, like, how does the draft work? Is it going up rapidly?
Yeah, slowly going up, very slowly.
Okay, so
77 is full draft, so that is when it gets crazy.
okay. You to think, how crazy is this race going to get by lap 77?
Much crazier. I know the cars are going to be a little tighter just because they're going to be carrying more speed in the corners, and they're probably going to have to lift just a little bit, try to get the car to rotate in the turn so they could get the car to do what they want to do, depending on what line they run. But yeah, it's gonna produce a lot of battling. You're definitely gonna need some skill to be able to navigate these cars in the draft. Going to be producing more dirty air, so definitely going to be something to look out for here at Kansas when the time comes, lap 77.
And Also, I want to say that Corey's trying to get his one reset back. So it was very confusing last week, but now officially one reset today. So that means you wreck once, you reset. You wreck twice, you're done. So he wants to keep that back. And there it is. Corey's protest has been accepted. He will not have to reset counted against him and will be 2 laps down as he'll remain to be.
That's very huge. A good call from Corey to protest that, because you do not want to get, one of your cars totaled just because of a track bump, something that you couldn't even control. So a very good call by Corey to try to get to that swiftly so he can get a car back. And now he has all, I believe, 3 cars left as he got his 1 car back, and pits will be open this time. What will the call be for these drivers?
The 38 and the 33 will go down unless they're going to fake it. Bubble fakes it. The 38 goes down with the rest of the field. Bubble stays out.
Wow. I'm surprised.
In the wall. Violent into the wall. Down pit road. Slammed into the wall.
How do you do that?
I don't know.
I'm sorry, but how does that happen?
He was trying to get in and get out, and kind of didn't work for him. He's right next to the 33.
It's not a good. It's a little dumb on his thing, but
it's not a great way to total one of your only 2 cars, especially since by the time we hit lap 77, and especially if we get a crazy restart right now, you never know what will happen.
No, right? And that is 3 cars who remain out of pit road. That is Danbo, Bubble, and Blue Emo.
Can we talk about Bubble? What does he know that these drivers don't know? Because he has stayed out for the longest time. He hasn't pit at all. It's lap 38.
Crazy. I don't know what they're doing. I think everyone's like trying to immediately do it. And Bubble's just stretching. That's what everyone should be doing, is stretching as far as you can. I believe you have like 6 or I don't know. You have somewhere around those numbers of tire sets. So I'm not sure. Unless these are not those cars. I actually don't know.
Well, I'm going to say it might be 2 reasons I can think of right now. One, as we kind of talked about earlier, there is a chance that tire wear might not be as brutal here as we thought. And it was more, as we said, the cars just, the battling really killing runs, really throwing off your lines. And because from what it seems like, the line that Bubble in the 33 has been running and Grez in the 38 have been running are the fastest lines. And when you're side by side, that kind of messes up, how fast you can push your car. So it could either be that, or he's saving tire sets so he could be more aggressive at the end if there were to be any late race cautions, just so he just has more, a variety of tires, fresh tires, for the later stages of this race. But we will soon find out here on this restart that is going to be next time.
I don't think there's tire sets, actually. So this might be obviously infinite sets, but I believe you have to worry about fuel too. These are those chassis, I forgot what they're called, but it's a type of chassis that has both fuel and tires. Usually NASCAR runs the tire, just only tires. So awaiting confirmation. They are on the back stretch and they're getting ready to go green once again.
I didn't even know they had limited tire sets. That's news to me.
There's not tire sets.
Oh, okay.
Not today. Not today. So that means they're pitting. They're not losing anything.
I guess they're just trying to, I don't know. I guess they're just abusing it. I guess. But Bubble seems to know something they don't know.
Bubble playing the saving game regarding behind his stall with his tires and his fuel cans. So it'll be interesting to see how his race plays out. It's far, far different from the other guys and their strategies. So gonna find out here soon.
Here we go. Getting ready to come to the line and go green once again. We're green flag back in the air, coming off our second caution. Bubble gets the bump from Chesko. Everyone kind of stacking up a little bit. Adrian and just Adrian, I believe, from what I know, Adrian and Printed are back in the fight now after their drive-through penalty kind of ruined them. Bubble looks like he's signaling to pit. He's gonna pit this time. Chesko will inherit the lead if he can keep it here. We'll see coming off of turn number 4.
World. He's playing mind games right now. I don't understand what he's doing.
I'm not too sure either, because I know you can't really get an advantage off of this, just because most of the guys in the field just pit, so you're not even getting that much of a tire advantage if that were to be, you know, a severe case here where the tires wear a lot. So I guess I might have just been running low on fuel, maybe.
Oh!
Look at the pandemonium down the back straight, 4 wide. They were beating and banging through turns 1 and 2.
Apologies, Sin.
Oh my lord. We are
Oh, good.
into
4 wide
the-
action should definitely be watched here, as the 21 seems to have benefited from that. The 21's going to put it 3 wide here between the 88 and the 52. A little bit of contact between those guys. This is 4 wide again. The 21 trying to find a way around. Bubble coming off out of pit road. Going to see where he cycles out. Adrian going to get clear of the 52 and the 88. This is 4 wide for Bubble coming out. Incredible start here.
That was 5 wide, and Adrian to 3rd place. That is crazy. I want to also mention that Danbo and Chino might have had problems, as you saw, kind of bumping, door banging on the backstretch. They stay 3.
What is going on? And a crazy restart. Here comes Zay for P2. Around the outside. Into the wall. A little bit. Here comes the 21. 3 wide. What is going on? It is straight pandemonium on the restart. Bubble's a lap down. He is looking for the lap back. 21 clears for 2nd. And it looks like we've calmed down a little bit until Zay decides to go back 3 wide. My goodness.
Adrian on the inside of Bubble playing it aggressive. The 21 running high. 33 getting up into the 21 there. A little bit of contact. 21 should be able to clear the 33 of Bubble here. Bubble getting into the 21's draft. So will Adrian. Gonna go single file on the outside.
Oh,
21's clear. Adrian goes into the wall. I don't know what happened there. As into the wall goes Adrian. That's gonna be one of his cars out. And the caution will come out on the racetrack. Hitting Violet. In the 61, luckily Violet didn't get any damage from that. Adrian's still driving backwards with the wrecked car, and the caution will come out. A great run from Adrian will end as he hits the wall. Now he's going to be on one less car this race and all the way into the back, right behind the 75 of Blue Emo.
That was Chesko.
And I have a question. Who was the first car that wrecked?
The first car was, I believe. It wasn't Robert. Robert was the second. It was one of the black cars that had red on it. It was Danbo, I believe, who had gotten a bad push from Robert, and Chesko, who just gave a bad push to Adrian. So it's unfortunate.
We cannot push on that side, I'm assuming, or push through the corner, or coming to the corner. These cars get way too loose through there. Yeah, just a terrible turn of events. Now Zay is a victim of that push.
Yeah. Adrian, one of your MRCL refugees coming into KRE to show some talent that they had. He's got a solid debut, so not doing too bad. As most, I believe everyone in this racetrack has raced before except for Danbo. No, Danbo has, Danbo's a rookie and Adrian's a rookie.
Yeah, and he really is using that MRCL experience to good use here, because I know in MRCL as a former driver myself, and Mace, you could relate too, is that if you want to win races, you have to get through the pack. It is very hard to get through the pack, and it just makes your skill better. You know, the more you fight people, you learn, and especially in those chassis, that was really hard to make passes and try to get in front. He is taking that experience that he used in MRCL and putting it to good use here, as we saw on the last restart, having a really good start, going to the third, and then dropping to fourth until he crashed into the wall after an unfortunate push. But will we see it again from Adrian?
They just had 2 setbacks. We got pits open. I didn't even notice. Few down pit road, not as much as before. Bubble still stays out because he already pit, but
Yeah, he's getting his lap back.
So now he'll be on the lead lap, I assume.
Yes.
Off of pit road, the 21 getting a really good stop, as the 21's going to get off of pit road first. Then the 88 following right behind Blue Emo, right behind in the 75 to get past for third. Adrian in fourth in the 42, and then Danbo in the 3 coming out last in pit road.
No, back to what I was saying about Zay. He's had a few setbacks this race. First, it was, he got up to at least, I think, third from the first stint of this race. And then he sped down pit road, went a lap down, I think, or was a few seconds off the pace. Finally gets this restart, gets to, second place again, and then gets a bad push coming into turn 3. Now he's all the way back there again. So he's had a night today.
For sure, as Chino has a drive-through penalty for speeding. Unfortunate for him. Half the pack had pit and half had not. So this should be another weird restart.
61 in the grass. Lagged, I think.
Going back to, because I actually meant to talk about this when it happened. I believe that when Violet crashed into pit road, it wasn't even contact. The 61 just drove straight into the wall, so it must have just been lag at the wrong time coming into the stall for Violet. As I'm not too sure that was exactly the reason, but it could be one of the reasons on why that weird incident in pit road happened, as Violet will now go around the track.
Getting his lap back after staying out, giving the wave a little wave around. Oh,
It's an issue with the timing.
what's happening? So maybe he's not going. Huh.
Who was 23 laps down?
That is Blue Emo, by the way. He stayed in pit road for hella laps, and he's 23 laps down, so he's just racing for points. Or
very unfortunate.
he's hoping for DNFs, but I don't know if he's gonna have. I don't know if DNFs are gonna have been long enough for him to get all his laps passing the DNF cars. So that's funny.
We have a few heavy hitters up here. We have the 38, who's been a mover all day, and the 52, who was moving at the start of the race. The 83 was moving before the caution, and the 31 to 71 in the 40 just got up here, so let's see what they can do.
The past restarts, the inside has had the advantage here on the outside, but could Chesko and Prime try to make something work here? Could the 83 take the lead from the 38 here? Only one way to find out. It's here on MCRN.
There we go. Coming to the green flag as we are green again for the third caution. I believe green flag. Grez gets the run off on the restart. Chesko on the outside looking for a push from Prime. Princeton also maybe looking to make some move. And Bubble freshly off his lap down. He's looking to maybe get some positions as Printed almost had a weird push.
he almost fell victim to that push, and yeah, it almost ended very badly for that 52 car. He thought he was clear.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Chino
all
comes in
over
the
the place.
pits. Serve the drive-through penalty. And
Oh!
Bubble into the wall! Bubble turned into Zay there, trying to get to the outside. Unfortunate circumstance there for Bubble, as, yeah, I think he just cleared himself into Adrian, and then he just slammed into the wall, and that's going to be one less car for Bubble. A very great race so far, as now he has a lot of work to do, as he's going to be starting in the back here.
And that ruins Bubble there. Dang. I mean, I don't know if you could point the blame on Adrian, because Bubble had went all the way up and kind of ran him up there. So I don't know who's gonna get that pen, if Adrian's gonna actually get that penalty or what, but we'll find out in a couple of seconds here, as I believe Adrian would get his lap back, so he'd benefit from this. But a waiting thing, and it looks like it is Adrian drive the penalty for incident responsibility, and he's gonna go further with his laps down. Unfortunate.
It's very interesting, because, I mean, just from what I saw, if Adrian were to get a penalty for something, which shouldn't really be a penalty, is that maybe he came down a little bit into Bubble there, but if so, it looked like a racing incident that was the case, just because Bubble was kind of drifting up to the outside as well. So yeah, that's gonna not help out Zay too much, as he's gonna have to do a drive-through penalty under green. And Bubble is on his last car of the night, lap 53 of 107.
What I expected. I didn't expect him to get a penalty from that, because before the camera changed, Bubble was all the way on the apron and he was sliding up coming into one, and by the time the camera changed, he was already in the wall. So I'm very confused on what happened. To me, it sounds like a racing incident, but they're putting it all on Zay, I guess.
Looking back at it right now, it looks like Bubble came up the track. Zay hit the wall because of that, and then I guess when he came off of the wall, he drove in the Bubble a little bit there, and then Bubble got turned around into the wall. So very interesting incident. Not seeing too much. Oh, actually, I am. Adrian complaining about that, saying that it was Bubble's fault that he went up into Adrian. So not too happy, not that much of a happy camper here from Adrian here at Kansas, as he's going to have to serve that drive-through penalty under green. But unfortunately, it is what it is, and he just has to try to cope with it, try to get through some of these obstacles that will present itself tonight at Kansas, and try to get back up to where he was as his best position all night, third. Could he get back up there?
To be fair, Adrian did kind of go like straight down when he got right next to Bubble, or Bubble got right next to him. So you could say that kind of messed him up, or that kind of, like, you being scared kind of caused that. You thought he was gonna go up into him. If he would have just stayed and stuck to his line, he would have probably been able to avoid that issue. As Pitters coming to pit road, that's Chesko, System, Corey, and Blue Emo. And Bubble?
Yeah, Bubble teaming to
He went back.
go backwards, drive backwards, going to pit road here. As Corey's gonna get out of his stall first, along with Blue Emo right behind. But could Chesko get ahead? He will. Chesko takes the lead off of pit road. Corey second. And yeah, there we go. As Bubble is going to be all the way in last, and that will sort out your order.
And what I was going to say earlier, Sin, you and me know Zay a little too well. You know he can get a little, a little mad. And I don't think I lost my train of thought. Jesus Christ. He acts like Tony Stewart. If you race him in a certain way, he'll race you even harder in a certain way. And he needs to realize that this is an MRCL, and
penalties here are a little extreme.
Yeah, I agree, and because we definitely might see a little bit of a shift between how Zay, especially Zay, drives bubble after that. So it's definitely gonna be something to look out for, but it's also something that Zay should probably just move aside and just take it and just try not to mess his race up or bubbles. So yeah, I mean, it was a very interesting wreck to try to determine, because could he have come off the wall by just the wall, him popping off the wall, which I don't think there's that much wall pops, here at this track with these cars. Or did he just get nervous and he just drove into bubble, like what Marcus said? I think that's also a high possibility, but the decision was that it was Zay's fault for that, and regardless on whether he likes it or not, unfortunately, that is going to be the case for him. He's going to have to do the drive-through penalty under green for this restart.
Here we go. Getting ready for the fourth restart. I believe fourth caution, fourth restart. Or fifth restart. Would it be fifth restart or fourth? I don't know. But, no clue. But get ready though. Going green this time. Grez looking to do it again. He doesn't have bubble next to him this time. Again, that's Printed. Printed, who was behind him originally. People definitely trying to get to their right spot and get their laps back. That's Adrian, Danbo, Robert, or Violet, Bubble, Corey, and I don't know. Blue was just done. I'm not gonna lie. I think he doesn't have much that he can do. Bubble comes into pit road, serving his drive-through penalty along with Adrian. I believe he's gonna have to serve it in a couple of laps. Grez starting to pull away as it is super packed in this middle of the pack.
And the 38 is taking advantage of that right now, as he's in the lead. The 71 was able to clear the 40 and the 52 there, but the 40 is coming right back at him. But I think with the draft that 38 is going to give him right here, and the outside run, he's going to get clear there, and he might even follow the 38's line here, trying to build that momentum to get past him on the exit of 4. Will he? He stays to the outside. What's he going to do?
I was going to say that I can see that the draft is cranking up a little bit. The middle of the pack is kind of suffering, battling each other, while the leader just gets to pull away. And 38 has pulled out a little far, but now they're all singling out, and it seems like the 71 is trying to hunt him down.
We've got about 70 to 18 laps till draft fully comes in effect. And that'll get everything exciting. You get huge runs, and you can give your huge runs to other people, as Grez will remain your leader. Billy in second and Printed in third. Not necessarily your Thursday Night Thunder front runners, but they're doing it today, and they're doing it great.
Yeah, and Grez right now is using a really good job as what I'm going to call it tonight, the Sunday Night Showdown here on MCRN. The 38 of Grez was just a really good race. I mean, we saw it earlier on in the race, when he was trying to catch up the bubble. He was, working his line, trying to see where bubble was weak, trying to figure stuff out and how he could go faster, and he did it. He ended up taking the lead. And right now, he's just taking advantage of what he learned early on, and he's pulling away right now, as he has a huge lead on Billy right now, as Billy's probably going to have to fend off Printed soon. But yeah, the 38, a very well-driven race from Grez. Very, very nice.
Entire field is single filed out. The main pack, we got 3 wide for, I think that's, what?
Second.
Yeah, now they all single file out again. Yeah, now I can't wait until we hit that max draft to see how these cars are going to handle, because after a few laps, it gets a little dull.
For sure, as it is getting a little dull, but they almost made it 3 wide. Flix wants to join this little pack. He's tired of running in that big pack. And but that just makes Grez pull away even more. So is battling really the way to go?
Yeah, I really don't think battling is the way to go, especially tonight. You know, it just really looks like, you know, like what we've been seeing. Just if you battle too wide, you know, you're prioritizing everyone else's line, and it's just going to slow everyone up. Unless you're on the outside and have huge draft and an advantage. But yeah, certainly not paying out. And then regarding Billy, something I want to point out here is that last lap, Grez pulled away by around 5/10.
No,
Chino!
Cars down the grass. 21 sliding down the pit road. They save it. Oh my lord, the 88 was in the air.
Apologies, Sin again.
Again for the second time.
Oh
Almost
my
a
God.
huge crash. What a save from the 21.
Did you see the 88?
I did. And what a save from those three drivers.
Wow.
The 88 of System, the 21 of Chino, and the 15 of Corey. An excellent save. Corey trying to work his way through the field, trying to get back up to a dominant effort. But as I was saying before that, you know, not only battling is really going to sabotage your chances of getting up to the leaders, even have a chance to pull away, as there will be no speeding penalties for those two drivers for wreck avoidance. That is good to see. But another thing is just the line, because I'm looking at Billy right now, and the line that he's running is not too optimal. Now he's switching up his line. He kind of realized he was running the outside, and he was losing around 5/10 per lap. So very good to see here from Billy, trying to work around the track, try to get faster. This time he did do better. Lost only 2/10 this time regarding leading to 5/10, but Billy is trying to figure something out to catch up to Grez.
Grez has pulled an absolute masterclass of driving since the restart. 3 seconds on the entire field. He is out there in no man's land, just riding around.
Yeah, really, in a few laps too, and I believe 10 laps now, 9 laps here. Actually, no, it's gonna be now it's 10 laps. But believe it or not, right now Billy is in draft range. I believe draft range extends to, I think, at maximum 6 seconds. So when draft comes up, if this were the gap, Billy would have a much better and much easier time trying to catch up to Grez, just because it just extends so far back, as it's single file back there, but not anymore. Has some Chesko trying to make a move, Danbo trying to make a move, 3 wide on the inside against Printed and Prime. A lot of battling still going on back there.
It's mostly single file, and surprisingly, as we close more into lap 77, it is a lot more single file than we've seen at all this whole race. So like a weird reverse of what you would usually see. But anyway, we are approaching that lap as we hit lap 69 right now.
I'd expect him to get more, you know, like, aggressive, but they've gone a little more quiet since the restart. I'm a little confused, and I'm still a little bamboozled from the wreck that just happened and the amazing saves that I just saw.
It's only going to get more crazy. You know, we're going to be seeing, like at Atlanta, we saw a lot of moves, a lot of battling. The field was so packed together. So yeah, we're definitely going to be seeing a lot of battling here soon. The race is definitely going to kick up yet. We haven't seen anything yet. If you thought this was something, just wait till lap 77. As that time, wow, Billy lost, I think, almost a second to Grez there.
This might be Grez's win, honestly. Now, this is his race to lose, but there's still strategy that needs to go into this, or potentially cautions that will ruin it a little bit. So the only thing Grez can hope for is for nothing to happen. It needs to stay this stale, very dull racing, or else he's gonna win if it stays like that.
And I mean, right now, Billy's just not catching. The gap is extending between Grez and Billy more. And something I want to point out after watching, you know, Grez's line
and also Billy's line is that, as you can see, if you go here, the 38, he enters high but dips down really low. And then regarding to Billy, he really likes to run that outside, but I think the 38 is just taking advantage of this because as we've seen just, with restarts and, some of the battling, is that you gain a lot from the car on the outside compared when you're running the inside. So I think 38 is using that to his advantage. While, yes, Billy might be getting a good run off the exit, but mid-corner, he's losing a ton of time as the gap is still extending between these two drivers. Billy is still running that high side as the cars behind are starting to catch up slightly.
It's a big single file field. 8 seconds back, I think. Yeah, I don't know what's going on here. The 38 has pulled away significantly. And it's getting a little quiet. Not a lot of battling.
There's one thing. Apologies. That's Adrian coming to pit road. He will be your first pitter, but it will become 2 laps down, which will suck for him. But I think that's safe to say his race is done. But this might start your green flag pit stops, as we've had one of the longest runs of this whole race.
Yeah, I agree. And the 21 of Chino is making a move on Billy here. 21 going to try to make a run for Grez's money here. As he's going to pass the 71 a lot. As Adrian, the day just gets worse and worse for his debut. Really? As he's going to get another drive-through penalty, this time for speeding. So very unfortunate. Just a really good car, really good driver. Just not the night for Adrian right now, as he's going to go, I think, 3 laps down now, maybe 4. So very unfortunate to see from Adrian.
I'm looking through the in-car cam of the second place car, the 21. 38 is nowhere to be seen. He is pulled away like crazy. He is almost a corner and a straightaway ahead of the entire field.
I think Chino caught up a little bit from that, and as you can see right behind, Billy is running the exact same line. He changed his line. I think he realized that the line that the 38 is running is just a faster line. So yeah, as Blake, our streamer, said, nearly 8 tenths gained from Chino. That lap is this lap. What's it going to be this time? Definitely catching up to Grez. Could Grez have some competition in the next few laps as we see Prime coming into pit road? Yes, the gap is shrinking a lot as the gap went from 6.6 to 5.6 seconds, a full second between Grez and Chino that lap. As draft is up to lap 77, here we go.
And also I want to say that Chino is being behind Billy. Billy, no shade to him, he was definitely slow. He was pretty slow, and he got up to second. I mean, he still got up to second, so that's still something, but he wasn't running what Chino's running now. Chino's finally running the lane, and here's Adrian. Adrian might give him just a little bit draft or more dirty air, so we'll see in a little bit. But Chino definitely on a move, trying to catch up to the first place car.
And right here, you could see it. I mean, look at how much the 21 just destroyed the 42 by. It was very, very huge on how much you could gain just running the inside. And that right there, seeing what Zay ran, that is exactly what the problem was between Billy and Grez. I mean, just look at it. Adrian's still running that line. The 21 still just pulling away so significantly mid-corner as the 21 is still catching up.
He is catching like crazy. The gap was at least 5 seconds 2 laps ago. Now it's all the way down to 3.4. He is catching like crazy, and he is in sights of that 38.
21 has a 38 in sight here at Kansas. That time, 3.4 seconds to 2.3 seconds, 1.1 seconds gained that lap. We have a new fastest driver on the racetrack. Thank you, Blake, for keeping us updated with this. By the way, if I'm reading out seconds, just want to give a quick shout out to Blake. He is the one that's monitoring this much better than I am, as the 21 is just on fire right now. The draft is definitely helping out the 21 even more now. The 21 is already gaining a lot, but now it is significant.
He strikes out the one. Yes, it does. Oh my lord. The 38 is in sight, and the 21 is catching like a hawk. He is getting closer and closer every lap. He is almost in shooting range.
While this is going on, it is getting inching closer. There are pitters. That's Billy, Flick, Stanbo, your pitters so far. And here's Grez now coming into pit road.
Down.
The 21, Chino, your new leader.
That was going to happen at some point. I mean, the 21 was lights out. He found the line. He got right past Billy. He was just going really, really slow. And with that draft, it was just helping the 21 even more. And the 21 is now in control of this lead. As I think if the 21 were to come in soon, he might even take the lead here from the 38 if he were to come in potentially this time.
What he does?
As he will, the 21 into the pits. Will he have a better entry? Don't speed, that is crucial, as it looks like he has a very clean entry. Will he get out in front of Grez? One way to find out, it's here on MCRN, as Grez is out.
He is in. He's in turn 2. Did he just get out?
Did.
Huh. Okay. Yeah, I think he's. I don't know what he's trying to do. He's ripping the high lane. I don't know if he's. Yeah, I have no clue.
Coming out of the pits by a mile, definitely is on a far alternate strategy than 38. Must have either taken less tires or not that much fuel, as I think it might have been less tires. But yeah, I mean, Chino is miles ahead from the 38.
And that's what it would be, yeah. That you can pick and choose how much tires, how much fuel you want. They might be good on fuel, but you might struggle with tires, or it's vice versa. So definitely this strategy will switch up everything. And Chino definitely took something that none of them else know about. So we'll see how it goes in the long run, though, as System is your leader with Chesko in second. And we're awaiting for them to make it into pit road.
Staying out here still is System, as Chesko's right behind trying to hunt for that lead before they come into the pits. The 88 is got passed by the 15 of Corey. Corey now up ahead. As up there you see Grez, who got past Adrian.
We're rocking the 71 and the 40. The 40 gets an awful exit off of turn 2. The 71 gets the worst of it. Down into turn 3. Coming back up into the wall. Oh my goodness.
Back her down. Oh, and Flicks had just turned dead right into Billy, which caused that spin. Unfortunate for Billy. Man, that makes everything weird.
Well, that changes everything. Everybody's bunched up, and the draft is on max. So let's see how crazy this race is about to get.
Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo. This is Sunday Night Showdown, and you're watching it live on MCRN. Voice track network.
This is the moment we waited for. We just needed a caution to come out to really get the racing going. As the draft is at maximum, these drivers are going to be on fresh tires for this restart, and it's going to get very interesting. Lap 87 of 107. Who will prevail off of this restart, and will anyone even have the chance of taking the lead with the draft being so high? We will see here very soon for our next restart here under the lights at Kansas.
I can only assume the 40 gets a drive-through once we hit this restart, because yeah, Billy got most of that. The 40 is completely fine.
Oh,
It would be very weird if he doesn't get a drive-through.
actually there is a problem with Chino, and word is that he didn't know you can take more than one can. He's on one can.
Oh Lord.
He refueled one can, so that means he's like, it messed him up. So he's gonna have to pit again as Billy's on his last car. Flix gets a drive-through penalty for incident responsibility. People are gonna come into pit road. I believe your top. Oh no! Hold on. Okay, so if I'm correct, it is if you have a lead lap car ahead of you. Oh no. Okay, people are gonna be. Grez is all the way back there, so everyone who is a lap down in front of Grez and Chino, or mostly just Grez, is able to get their lap back. So that is Flix. No, I'm lying. That is Blue Emo. Danbo gets one of his lap backs. Violet gets one of his. Flix gets one of his. It's not going to be much to him. Prime gets one of his. Bubble gets one of his. And that is who will, as they come into pit road this time.
Only.
You got 5? Maybe?
What is he doing?
I don't know. But they're going to go around now.
Yeah, Blue Emo just stopped on the racetrack.
I don't know what's going on with. And he's back, I think.
Very interesting. Blue Emo's definitely going to come out last after that. As here we go, Chino out of the stall first, but could the 83 of Chesko get out in front? Doesn't look like it. Chino will take the race lead off, or not the race lead, but he will lead off of pit road with Chesko falling behind, System in third, Corey in fourth, and then Blue Emo, a slow pit cycle coming out all the way in last in fifth, coming off of the pits. Another pitter, Bubble, coming off of the pits after his stop. He will get out in front of the 38 from what it looks like.
Bubble's still up down?
No, I don't think so.
Should have his laps back as he's going to go to the back here. Prime on his last car.
Anyone's. Oh, how did he wreck?
Is there, what, I saw debris on
Yeah, I smelled
the
what was that?
inside. As there's
That's
Prime.
messed up.
Right there. What happened? Did he hit the wall by himself?
I think so.
All right, that is
One way to
very
lose a car.
interesting. Okay.
I was gonna say it's AP2, but I'm pretty sure he's still 2 laps down.
He is.
So he's gonna be fighting for these laps back before it comes down to the final few laps. You can only hope that he gets a caution or two.
It's 18 to go, and laps are running down for him to even get that chance. But draft is up, and as we've been talking about, hopefully it doesn't happen, but especially after last week, you know, it could definitely be anything's possible in road racing. Could get a few more cautions here as we're under 20 to go. and who knows, maybe Zay could be back into this in a few laps' time.
I don't think it's like a normal type of way to get your laps back. So I believe that he's basically stuck there unless he gets his lap back from going around the leader. So no, there's no lucky dogs. I don't think so. So he's gonna have to get moving if he wants any possible way. But we're on MCRN. I'm your host Marcus. I'm here joined with Mace and Sin, going to the restart. 70 to go on a Sunday Night Showdown. We're green flag back in the air. Grez gets the lead and has it, and he's gonna keep it with a huge jump against Chino.
Outside lane is always sleeping on these restarts. The inside line is just where you need to be on the restarts, because look at them go. The outside lane is completely gone. Never mind, they're getting trapped down the straightaway. Oh my lord! The 21 gets a push to the lead. The 38 is dropping back. Here comes the 88 to the inside. He won't clear, their door slamming.
The 38 got into the wall a bit there as the system almost cleared himself into the 42 Zay there on the inside. As could system get past Adrian with that draft? He will, and Corey making a move 3 wide on the inside of Adrian there into turn 3. He's on that preferred lane. I believe the inside has been the best lane all night long. He's going to get a push from Billy there, who just crashed not too long ago, and he is going to get the draft from system, and it looks like he might be able to get past Adrian and Chesko, but they're coming right back at him. It's still 3 wide. Billy still right behind Corey. Could he help him get past? It's crazy all around this track. This draft is really up the racing by a ton.
Yeah, it's dropped like a rock, and the leader again has absolutely pulled away from the main pack.
I was gonna say, yeah, it's not. It may help them catch up, but they're not catching up to Chino, who has pulled away fully. Grez and Princeton, almost a caution as they go 4 wide, 3 wide. That's Danbo, Bubble, and Billy. The 38 goes into the grass, and I believe lag problems. So we'll see what happens to him. And they have caught to Chino.
Yeah!
He's gone now, but Chino is. They caught up to Chino. Here comes System.
Draft is working wonders. Here comes the 88 right on his back bumper. They're side by side. Zay and Corey, absolutely. The 83 is shoving Corey through the corner. Still side by side out of two.
That slowed down the 88 a little bit there, but he might be able to get a push from Corey here on the outside before entering turn 3. Nope, Corey going to run the outside, trying to get past the 88 here. The 15 might be able to get past the 42. Adrian, he's in the draft. He's going to give the push to the 88, which might slow his momentum down a little bit. Trying to get clear of Adrian. He will. He's going to take third here. As actually, no, he's a lap down. Never mind, he is not in third. A little bit of very confusing regarding laps and who's on it. It's a 15 sends the 88 up into the wall. Adrian taking advantage of that. It's 4 wide on the exit of turn 2 between the 31, the 42, the 15, and the 88. The drivers behind like Chesko, Bubble trying to take advantage of this. The 31 still on the inside, trying to get clear of Adrian. Looks like he'll be able to do that. Adrian with the switchback on the 31 on the exit of turn 4. Great racing is coming to the line. It's 9 to go, or 10 to go here. Adrian trying to get past Prime here with the 52. Making one for Adrian. Incredible. 4 wide right behind them.
I'm surprised they're not wrecked yet as Adrian. They're still 5 wide.
5 wide.
Oh my gosh. As as Prime has finally got away from that 3 wide action. That could have been horrible.
Oh my goodness. All of this. And the leader is pulling away once again. The draft is not helping. The 62 was in the air for a split second. Saves it. Now they're back to normal, at least for now.
They're on the 52, making a lunge on Bubble on the inside. You're seeing that lift. We talked about this earlier. They might have to lift a little bit more just because of the dirty air and how fast they are going to the corners compared to a couple laps ago. 52 is able to get by Bubble. Now trying to get past Corey, getting hit in the bumper by the 33. 52 Printed. It has definitely calmed down a bit here, but yeah, as Printed is in second, he's going to have a little bit of work to do, as he's going to make a move on the 15, trying to move swiftly up the pack to get up to Chino to try to compete for this race win. He gets the move done.
They're single filed out a lot more as Bubble wants that win. He's always there at the end, and he's already here with a huge run blowing past Princeton and Prime. He's looking for Chino now.
I think he's a lap down now. Is he lap down?
Everybody up to 5th is a lap down or more.
That is my mistake, guys.
Princeton's the only one in second right now. He just got passed by 4 cars there. Adrian trying to do the switchback on him on the exit of 4, as
the 61.
Violet on the inside parked. The 52 putting it 3 wide between the 31 and the 15. Now between the 33 and the 15. Trying to make a move here. Could he make a lunge on the 88 here? Entering turn 1, getting really close, really tight. Pushing the 33 into the apron. Losing a ton of speed there. The 42 is going to prevail from that. Getting the exit speed off of the high side on turn 2. And the draft from the 15. The 3 giving Printed a little bit of a bump there. Going to help him get past the 33 of Bubble. The 52. 6 to go. Going to be 5 to go coming to the line, as it is looking less likely that the 52 could catch up. Ooh, getting really loose there after some contact between the 42. Bit of a bump there.
They've calmed down a little bit more, and I think they're starting to catch the 21 again. Final lunge. I don't know where everybody is right now, but I'm assuming the 88's on the lead lap. So,
the 88, yeah, 88's now second actually, as, yeah, looking at times this time, getting a little tight off of 4, coming to the line, coming to 4 to go. What's the gap going to be? 1 second there, gonna lose a 10th, so not too much loss. So there's definitely still time. The 88 has to make something work now.
A lot.
Wide. Oh, here comes Bubble!
Round collecting the 52!
The 16, the 15, I mean, the 54, the 33 have all hit the wall. Oh my Lord. That stacks them all back up again. We are restarting the race with, I think, is this overtime?
Yeah.
Yes, there are overtimes in this series, but an unfortunate thing that happened, Bubble would have been out there, but unfortunately, I believe Corey is the only one that's going to get affected by that.
How did they not get damaged?
I'm surprised
I have
Bubble
no
didn't
clue.
get damaged.
I don't know how Bubble,
crazy.
Printed, both collected in that
Corey
race.
is out of the race. What is going on?
Unreal is on the radio. Eno is not happy about that. From what it looked like to be potentially a win in the bag, is now might be no more, as he's going to have to fight off the 88 of System and the 52 of, or not the 52, the 83 of Chesko. Actually, no, Chesko's like all the way behind. This is so confusing with the laps, who's on the lead lap and not. So yeah, it should be a 2-car battle here for the race win. But yeah, Chino not too very important.
That sucks for everyone. I mean, a lapped car.
Took all of them out. What I just saw, that was crazy. I didn't expect that. I saw them start to go 3 wide, and they all got very bunched up on that inside. Few takers down pit road, only 3. This makes me wonder how. Yeah, this makes me wonder how chaotic the restart will be, especially since it's an overtime restart. You know how crazy overtime restarts get, and I think Zay has damage on pit road.
Oh no. Are we for real on the radio? That's gonna be his race.
Very
he
unfortunate.
He did not have much he could have done.
What just happened? Is that him out?
Yeah, that's him out.
Oh my
That sucks.
Lord.
But he was a lap down. There's not much he could have done. But he's 2 laps down, actually. So, unfortunate. But Adrian Martinez, from his first start, a very good start, but it was not his day. Definitely. Everyone gets out of pit road. That is 3 cars out currently. That's Grez, Corey, and Adrian. They cross the line. And man, just unfortunate again. That sucks.
Does that mean there's only like 5 drivers that can win this race right now?
Yep. Only 5. That is Chino. Chino, the number 21. System, the 88. System, the 88. Chesco, the number 83. No. Number 83.
Yo, this
Flicks. Hold on. Flicks, the number 40. And Printed, the number not on the board. Where the hell is? Oh,
52.
dang!
Oh, Lord.
He's disqualified, so that's why we didn't see him. So it is 4 drivers battling for the win, and there's lapped cars all around everywhere.
This is
And violent drive-through penalty. So that sucks.
One place where there are no lap cars between the leading lap cars is between the 21 and the 88, P1 and P2, not only on the racetrack, but on the leaderboard as well, on the timer. So this will get very, very interesting. As Chesco got let by, I think they're letting all the lead lap guys get past.
Yep. So that helps them in their favor now, but this could still be affected by those lapped cars, depending on who you push, who pushes them better, and who comes out on top. Even if you're a lapped car, you could lead the last lap. You don't lead, but you're lapped down.
Is this a confirmed overtime? It still says 4 to go.
No. They just changed it. It's like we're past race distance.
Oh, okay.
That was just 3 laps.
Oh, Lord.
Alrighty. They're getting ready to go green, I believe. Overtime 1.
Okay.
It's 3 to go. That is weird. It should be 2. But 3 to go. We'll stick with the plan.
Okay.
Mace.
Coming to the line, the field has been very reckless, and we are back under green. Only 4 cars in contention for this lead. Bubble already to the inside on the apron. Bunching up, the 21 has cleared for the lead. The outside gets another awful run. Here comes the 83. 4 wide in the back.
83 got past, gonna get a push here from the 88. The 83 right behind the 21, 2 laps to go. Entering 3 and 4, Bubbles in the mix here, even though he is not fighting for the win. The 83 right behind the 21. Could the 83 of Chesco do anything to take this lead? One way to find out here, MCRN.
White flag in the air for Sunday night showdown. Chesco looking for his first win along with Chino. Chino, the number 21, holding off. He's run a great race. Chesko gets shoved up a little bit, but that might have helped him. Bubble, one of the lap cars, looking, I don't know what he's doing. Chino still leads Chesko coming to the final 2 corners. Chesko, one of the most hated, he slides up. He's not able to do it. Chino off turn number 4 will win his first ever KRE race.
Oh my goodness, the 71 billion to the wall. What a finish.
Honestly, I mean, I never thought, or I would have thought Chesko would have tried to make the move, or at least kind of sent him just a little bit, but he didn't, and he stuck and stayed 2nd place. What a win for Chino, though. Domination led him to that win.
Yeah, that was great drive by Chino. If I mean, kind of did what Grez did, just found the line, able to really catch up after finding that line to Grez. He was going to take that lead, even if that didn't happen. So, yeah, great job by Chino there to figure his way out through the fields and get the race win here under the lights in Kansas for Sunday Night Showdown on MCRN, your one and only live stream channel for KRE, Kimi's Racing Enterprise.
Definitely. And that, again, what a win for Chino. That was amazing. As we'll await an interview. I think he talks. I don't know if he talks. He does talk. So we will get an interview. As he's just kind of staying there.
These things have a clutch pedal too, to where they can just burn out automatically, or like, what
No, they do not. There is no burnout, unfortunately.
Okay,
But they can try.
What else do they have?
But we'll wait until he is able to join. Oh wait, what does that say?
What?
Yeah, no, official results. Chino wins.
Hold on, I was about to say, I thought that said Chesko. I was about
Oh wait, what? Chesko won.
I was going to say, huh? Excuse me? What happened?
That'd be crazy. What a win, though, for Chino.
Yeah,
And then
job well
we're
done.
waiting. Awaiting people. I believe whenever people start joining, whenever the winner
The winner's just sitting there by himself.
whenever the winner
I dragged him in here.
there we go. Is he alive? Chino, are you there? You got us? Fastest lap. Danbo with a 34 flat. We cannot hear you, Chino.
Maybe we could just go in meantime.
Chino, while you get that going, we'll get an interview with Chesko. Chesko, you were there. You were so close to your first win. How do you feel? You came home second, which is a pretty good result still, but you were talking me through that last lap.
Yeah, so coming on that last lap, right, I got Bubble pushing me, and I have that chance, right, I got that run, I'm getting into that bumper of Chino, right, like, the issue is with these cars, lose a ton of speed going onto that bumper, so I'm just trying to think, when can I go high, and I ended up just pulling the trigger a little bit too soon and lost the run, so, here's what it is, good race, still my best finish in KRE, so, move on to the next one.
Definitely. And, I mean, what would you have done differently, though?
I would have tried to stay a little bit lower in 2 and just try and pull the trigger in 3, maybe try and go high, work with bubble system, see what we can do. Just pull the trigger too soon, honestly.
Definitely, but a great job and an amazing result for that race. You've got a win coming soon, Chesko. I can feel it. One of these races. But that is a man with something to prove, and he's able to prove something, all right. And I wanted to get top 3. System's not there. Agent, let's interview you.
All right.
How was race directing? How was that?
It was a little tricky. I definitely made some big time mistakes. You know, sometimes I put my official's message into the ticker label. It happens. I feel like I kept up with it somewhat okay. The new yellow flag hitting rules, really tricky to work out. I know it probably made some of those yellow flags just excruciatingly long for you guys up in the booth, but I think it was a lot better. It kept people from just being on the lead lap all the time, going crazy every single restart. I think it helps the product, so I think overall good change, and I think overall this league is headed in a great direction with the rule books and having more dedicated hosts who are racing and everything like that. You guys on the MCRN side did a fantastic job with the streams.
Thank you.
I feel very positive coming out of this weekend.
It's just rules are a little confusing. I'm a slow reader, so it'll take me at least a week. But next week I'll have the rule book on the palm of my hands. That is how much I will know about that. But you know, let's get your fifth place. He had a decent run today. He took the provisional and ultimately could have gotten that win. Bubble, just tell me what happened that race. You had gotten wrecked by Adrian. I think that's what kind of ultimately messed you up, and then you stayed a lap down. But what do you think you could have done differently, and how do you feel?
No comment. I'm in the points lead. There you go.
Well, there you go. You have it. And we'll get a little more. Grez, we actually do got Grez. Grez, one of your DNFs. Did he lag out?
Yeah, severe lag warnings.
Yes. That's unfortunate. Grez, you were strong. You pulled away, but then I think Chino caught back up. If there was anyone else as deserving as Chino to get that win today, it was you. What happened? And tell me through it.
Wait, can you hear me?
Yes.
All right. So what happened is after they turned on the draft, Chino was like 5 seconds behind me, and he started to catch up. I mean, it's not a huge speed difference, but if you run a consistent line, you can catch up to the car ahead of you with draft. And that's what Chino started to do. He started to catch up to me slowly, and then when the pit cycle started, I accidentally put on 2 cans with 20 laps to go, so I lost a bunch of time in the pit lane, and I was in a pack of lapped cars, so I lost time also because of that. But I think I had really good pace throughout the entire race. I mean, at the start I struggled, but when I went to the front of the pack, I just drove the car. I knew the line. I had really good pace. Unfortunately, my Wi-Fi wasn't the best today, so I had to DNF because of that. But yeah, I'm looking forward to next weekend. We had a really good car, really good pace, got a win there. But yeah, just really happy.
I mean, hey, I think that is the best thing for you to lead laps and for you to pull away like that. Regardless of the draft, I think that was still a really good run. And like I said with Chesko, I think you have a win coming soon. Once you get this, or well, you've won before, but it's been a little bit. But I think you can get another one soon. But unfortunate for Grez. Does system talk?
Hello.
System does talk. System, 3rd place finish. A pretty good finish for you. How do you feel?
I'm disappointed that we didn't win, but that wasn't my goal in the end. I just wanted the top 3. I got it. And After I got top 3, I went to the pits, went downstairs, got some eat, came back up, and now I'm here.
Well, is there anything you thought you could have done differently this race?
Honestly, I could have learned Chino's lawn. I couldn't figure it out. I just didn't know what it was.
Yeah, it was really just a him thing, honestly. And then Grez, I think Grez kind of found it too. I'm not sure though, but overall, decent day for you, system. So congratulations on that P3. That's podium, and good luck. Hopefully, in one of the series, you're gonna get one.
Hopefully.
And I believe Chino can speak now. Chino, please try.
Hello?
Chino can. Chino, your first ever win, from what I believe. How do you feel?
I feel good. I did not catch up because of draft. I was doing something completely different. And that felt really good to win. I thought Bubble was going to overtake me on the outside and take the win, but then he didn't get it.
He was a lap down.
I was
he
lap
was?
down, boy.
I'm sorry.
So he wouldn't have been able to, but I get what you mean, yeah. You were one of the only people who were able to catch up to Grez in that long little run. Once you got around Billy, your shot, it was just a long shot all the way to Grez, and you were able to catch up to him during the pit stops. How does that make you feel? Like, you're fast.
Yeah. I don't know how I pulled that off. I just did one random thing, and then it worked, and then I kept doing it, and then I just caught up like really fast.
And it pulled off well. Again, you got your first win, but congratulations. That was an amazing drive for you, and let's hope you get another one soon.
Thank you.
And that will be it. I'm gonna conclude that here. An amazing race. Sin, any final thoughts?
Yeah, great race. Another great race. Just every race this season with the trucks here in KRE for the truck series has just been phenomenal. So just every race, and Kansas today was an absolute blast to commentate. Again, congrats to Chino. Very, very well driven. Figured out the line. And just drove it to perfection. So great job to Chino, and yeah, looking forward to next week at Vegas, one of my favorite tracks. Sadly, I'm not driving it, but I will be just fine commentating it too. So yep, have a good night, everyone, and that's it from me.
Oh, official results are just out right now. Usually they come out a week later, but they're out right now.
Oh. Mace, what do you have? Final thoughts?
It was a great race. I liked commentating with my homies, and it was very fun.
And as you heard Sin say, yes, next week we go to Las Vegas this Thursday. Most likely this Thursday we'll go to Vegas. I won't be your main commentator. I will be racing that race in number 77 if I make it. Sin will be your main commentator along with Dim, and the third person is yet to be announced, but they will put on one hell of a show commentating that, and that will be it. Blake was your streamer, and we love Blake. Thank you, Blake. Big thank you for being able to stream these races, but that will be it for Sunday Night Showdown at the Camping World Truck Series at Kansas. And we'll see you next time. Good night and bye.